If you're in prison, this one's for you. You might not know this. I don't know what your news situation is, but currently we have robots that are flipping hamburgers. So hopefully you don't have to do that. We got robots that are flipping hamburgers. We got robots that are building houses. We got robots that are writing books. We have robots that are programming other robots. We have a wild explosion of technology at our fingertips that is happening out here. And you might feel like that's skating right on by. And just one more thing to make you feel like you don't matter. And you do. And I'm going to tell you why. When you get out, whenever it is that you get out, if you're going to get out, and the majority of you are, when you get out, things are going to get easier to use, not more difficult. They're going to get easier to use. It's like going from a standard transmission into an automatic. And I know there's some racers among you who are like, standard, okay, great. But that's still a learning curve. You have to figure out how that works. It used to be that you had to reload a musket, powder, and ball, and now you just slap a magazine and push a button. That's pretty much how it works. Same thing is true. Computers used to be these massive buildings, and now the thing that I'm recording it on is more powerful than what used to take up several warehouses. Things get easier to use over time if you're willing to learn new things. And so here's the biggest problem that happens when someone's incarcerated is they don't have exposure to new things regularly. So they lose the ability to think about new things and to solve new problems. They're not constantly exposed to new technology. But you can remedy that with your own imagination. So whenever those doors close and you're sitting there by yourself and you feel worthless, if you do, you're not. And in fact, you have the largest opportunity to find freedom that the world out here cannot give you. Because here you're going to be overwhelmed with information, which is going to distract you from the freedom that you can find in your own mind. And I promise you, you can find silence behind that closed door. And if you can find silence and stillness, there's room for new ideas. And in that space for new ideas, you can build anything in your mind. And if you can build something in your mind, you can figure out anything in the world. We don't teach that lesson, and there's not enough time spent in silence, just thinking, mostly because you're probably avoiding the feeling that you're stuck behind the walls. And the freedom to move and to listen or to do all of the things that are out here is not always freedom. And in fact, there is a huge portion of the population that's doing all the things that they want to do every day, and they're miserable. Why? And so when you have less to do and less to think, I encourage you to learn what it is that makes you happy and why. And I'm confident that finding that freedom and space and stillness and building new things in your mind will also yield a new you. Most of the unhappiness that I think that I have is from failing to live up to my own expectations. I also regret the harm that I've caused to other people, of course, but the daily frustration and sadness is just not living up to my own expectations. So first you have to have expectations. And you can't have your own expectations if you don't have silence enough to hear your own voice, thoughts, and feelings. So find out. And then play, create problems, find problems, solve problems, whatever it is. And that way, when you get out and you're exposed with new technology, you can just investigate new things like you can all the time. Try new things, whatever it is. You want a book? Ask. You don't have somebody to ask? Go to the library. You don't have a library? Write a book. You have the options. You can make the options, or you're just going to stay trapped there in a prison of your own making. But you can learn to be free, more so there than probably you ever had the opportunity to do while you were. So I hope that assuages some of your concerns about the day that you walk out those doors. Last, I just want to take a brief minute here in case anybody else is watching, and I doubt that they are, but if anybody else is watching, can we talk about how fucking crazy it is that Netflix, I'm putting you on blast. You know what? The Expanse is on Amazon, so let's put them on blast. Whatever, you guys can race to the finish. Point is that you have millions of people behind closed doors for an extended period of time, fucking years, and nobody's offering discounts to these facilities so that these people can have access to this entertainment so that they're lifelong fans and customers ever after that. Are you kidding me? You've got 4 years or 10 years of your life or whatever, and you're going to spend it either playing pinochle, right? Beating people up, well, whatever you're going to do in prison, whatever. You've got options, you know it. Or you can be locked in a room watching whatever the newest piece is on Netflix. You guys, you think they're ever going to give that up? You're out of your mind. This is the best business opportunity you've got for a die-hard audience, right? Go give the prisons a discount. Let these people communicate, play, and watch and be entertained. Just figure it out. You will have more lifetime fans And hopefully we have some educational content so that people aren't just watching whatever people are interested in. There's more of an educational demand. So, whatever you guys think about it, but whoever gets in there first, you deserve whatever millions that you're going to make. Gone but not forgotten. So, I'm already at 5 minutes, and there's so much more to say. But in general, I just want to remind you that technology is moving at an incredible pace, and it's only going to get easier to use. And so you're still going to matter, whatever it is. Just keep yourself sharp for yourself. Live up to your own expectations. Find that freedom. You matter. You matter. And if you feel like you don't, ask yourself if it's because you're not living up to your own expectations. And if you can't forgive yourself, start there. And maybe you need to forgive other people before you feel like you can forgive yourself. So that's all I got. Find yourself, find peace, find purpose.